How's it going, metalheads? And welcome back to another CD collection update. Got some new stuff recently, and I wanted to show you guys. So let's get started. Let's just get right down into it. First one up, pretty classic album. I'm collecting the albums by this band in order. So if you saw the last one, you'll know that I got the first album by this band. Maybe that was 2 editions ago. I don't remember. But anyway, the next one is Death with Leprosy. I already have Scream Bloody Gore, and this is again on the 2-disc remastered edition. So there's disc 1 with the album on it, and then you got disc 2 on the back. But yeah, I'm collecting all the Death albums, and I figured I might as well just go in order. So yeah, disc 2 has Leprosy Rehearsals, some from September 23rd, 1987, has Open Casket, Choke on It, Left to Die, and another Take a Left to Die. And then another one from December 5th, 1987, with Left to Die, Open Casket, Pull the Plug, Choke on It, Born Dead, and Forgotten Past. So this is a pretty cool disc. Super stoked to have this and expand my Death collection. The next one, so I got that from Heavy and Fast Records, who I've ordered from in the past, and you guys know they love to send me free stuff. This time they sent me Immortal Form with Ashes of a Fallen World. I've checked this out a little bit on Apple Music. It's pretty cool, death metal kind of thing. This is actually one of Heavy and Fast's releases. Like, they actually released this. There it is on the back. They don't have too many of those, so definitely go check this out if you're into it, and support them because they're super awesome. But yeah, they keep sending me free stuff, and it's always killer. So I might as well just keep ordering, you know? If they're going to keep sending me cool stuff, I'm going to keep ordering. That's kind of how it works. Support the cool people. But yeah, this is super cool. Definitely go check it out if you're into that kind of thing. The next one is the last thing I got from Heavy and Fast. I got the Best of Death Fate. This is 10 songs compiled from all of Death's albums. So it's got Zombie Ritual on it, Together as One, Open Casket, Spiritual Healing, Mutilation, Suicide Machine, Altering the Future, Baptized in Blood, Left to Die, and Pull the Plug. So a pretty good collection of songs from some of their albums. But I figured I might as well grab this and put it in my Death collection as well, because I do plan eventually to have all their albums and some other stuff as well, like the live stuff I have of theirs. So yeah, anyway, pretty cool disc. And I'll show you guys the disc. It also doesn't stay in the jewel case very well, but it's all right. There we go. Pretty cool. So anyway, that's that. The next one I have is from Transcending Obscurity. You guys know that I opened a box set of a band called Replicant with their 2021 album, I believe it was. This is their 2024 album called Infinite Mortality. This is a super awesome version of it. As you know, Transcending Obscurity loves to do this gatefold thing with their CDs. So that's pretty cool. This is limited to 500. This is number 441 out of 500, says right there. And this is the gold disc version. I think there is also a pressing that just has the regular disc, but this is the gold disc. Wow, you can really see the camera in that. But anyway, super cool. Stoked to have this. I'm only missing now, out of their releases on CD, I'm only missing their first album, their 2018 album called Negative Life. Can't seem to find that anywhere, but when I do find it, I will definitely let you guys know in a collection update. But yeah, this one's super cool. Super stoked to have this and add to my Replicant collection. Next up, I got some stuff from MNRK Heavy. So first up, we got Your Spirit Dies with My Gnawing Pains Will Never Rest. Yes, I know there's no cover. That's because the whole thing came out into the poster over on my wall, if you saw my poster wall update, which is weird. They don't normally do that. They usually have a cover and then a poster inside, but, you know, I don't really hate it. But yeah, this is a super cool, like, metalcore, dissonant metalcore album. If you're into that kind of thing, they're kind of a newer band. Hoping to go see them in a couple months with Vomit Forth. They're coming on tour. But yeah, super cool album if you're into that kind of thing. And then also from MNRK Heavy, I got Toxic Holocaust with Primal Future 2019. Love Toxic Holocaust. They were one of the first band shirts I ever bought. And I'm trying to collect all their albums. This is just the first one I ended up with. Haven't really jammed this one a whole lot, but I definitely will let you guys know what I think of it, because all those other albums are awesome. I forget what they're called because my brain just has a complete meltdown every time I do these videos. But just know I am a Toxic Holocaust fan, and this album is pretty sick. Although I haven't spun it as much as I spun the other ones. But yeah, this one also came with a poster. It's also over on the wall. And then I didn't know they did this. Well, obviously because this is their first one. But MNRK Heavy was kind enough to send me their sampler, Volume 1. So yeah, I love when labels do samplers. There's some awesome bands on here: Creeping Death, Body Snatcher, Plague Years, Toxic Holocaust, Mistfire. So yeah, super cool that they decided to start doing this. I mean, I'll definitely add it to my sampler collection. I also have some from Magastomp. But yeah, super cool. And that was free. They sent me that for free. Keep on moving. Next up is from Iron Fortress Records. I've talked about this band quite a bit. It's Frigid with Contempt of Decay. I think this is their album, I want to say. I don't think it's an EP. It's got 6 songs plus 2 bonus tracks, which is stuff they released beforehand. But yeah, this is super awesome. Just old school stomping death metal. If you're into that kind of thing, so definitely go check out Frigid. I had to get this on CD because it finally came out. I'd been following these guys since the first single dropped. So this album is just absolutely awesome. So definitely go check out Frigid if you're into that kind of thing. Moving right along, we got Blazing Tomb with their self-titled EP. I forget where these guys are from, but they're also just stomping death metal. Pretty awesome stuff. This one also came with a poster. It's also around the wall. But I got this off at Discogs. But yeah, pretty awesome EP. Like I said, if you're into that kind of thing, definitely go give these guys a listen because it's definitely worth it. If this will close, there we go. Whoops, sorry guys, almost knocked the camera over. Moving forward, we got Enthrallment with their 2-song debut EP/single. I don't know if there's 2 songs. Can you call it an EP or is it just a single with 2 sides? But yeah, these guys are super cool. I found them on Apple Music and went to their Bandcamp, and it turns out they had a CD. It wasn't very expensive, obviously, because there's only 2 songs. These are their first 2 songs they ever put out. But yeah, definitely go support these guys. They're also just super cool, old school death metal. The design on the disc is pretty awesome. What I thought was interesting is that they didn't decide to print their name on the spine, so I wrote it in Sharpie just so I could know what it was when I'm looking into my collection. But other than that, awesome EP or single, whatever. Go check it out. It's got their self-titled song, Enthrallment, and also one called Those Who Crawl, which is my personal favorite, so definitely go check them out and give them some love over on their Bandcamp and their stuff. And then the last one, you guys saw me opening a box set as well. Deicide with the Stench of Redemption. I opened this whole box set on another video if you guys want to go watch that. This is super awesome Deicide album, probably one of their comeback albums. I'd say their comeback album after, you know, the tumultuous exit of the Hoffman brothers, and that kind of, you know, ruined them for a little bit. But yeah, this is a really great album, and probably up there with my favorite Deicide album. So I'm super happy to have this on CD, and especially in a box set format. Now, that's all the CDs I have, but for those of you that stuck around until the end, I have a little treat. So you guys know, you can see it behind me. I've talked about Malignant Altar and I've seen him out. Not going to mention them, you know, the name anymore, whatever. But I have been for a while. I'm collecting all the releases, you know, every variant, whatever they put out, every format. So cassette, vinyl, CD. I almost have all their CDs. Working on vinyl, cassette. But that's exactly what I got some of today. I have their compilation released by Dark Descent and Meisako Un Oho Records. This is the compilation of both of their demos. This was put out shortly before they broke up, I want to say. But yeah, I got the cassette and also the black vinyl version right here. So I'll pull this out of the cover for you guys. There you go. Pretty awesome. I don't have a lot of just regular vinyl. I obviously don't have a way to play it, but I'm not really caring about playing it. I would just like to collect all their releases because I'm a giant fan, and I think that's going to be really cool to have, because eventually if I can get all the shirts and stuff, I'll have everything they've ever had their name on ever, which would be pretty awesome to do. But that's the end goal. So this is just starting. There's also a couple different vinyl variants of this, and I already have the CD version. I think there's another CD version if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, this is a super cool compilation. Like I said, it's got both their demos on it, so if you haven't heard it, go check it out. I don't know why, if you watch my channel for a while, and you wouldn't have heard of Malignant Altar, because I talk about them all the time. But yeah, super stoked to have all this stuff, and yeah, I'll keep you guys updated with what I get in the future. So I hope you're all doing well. Have a nice day. See ya.